Okay, Gopala Krishnan.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
I'm a novice to this group, so I want to know more about Dada Bhagwan. I'm particularly interested in knowing about Akram Path, the Atmanyan, and also the 5 cardinal principles, the Agnas, which Dada Bhagwan has taught, and also about Jnana Vidhi, how to achieve it, and how it can destroy the forms of karma.
Okay, okay.
I read from the book, Who Am I?
Who am I? Okay, okay, okay. You see, basically, this is a path of self-realization, realizing who we truly are. That I am Krishna or I am Pulin Anand is the name given to the body. In the otherwise, by wrong belief, we believe I am the body or I am Pulin. Dada Bhagwan says, you are not the body, you are separate from the body. Your true self is the pure soul. And knowing that our true identity is the Akram path. Akram means stepless path. Akram means stepless.
Okay.
You directly realize yourself vis-a-vis the Kramic path or the step-by-step path. In the step-by-step path, you slowly reduce the inner enemies like anger, pride, deceit. You know, you resolve them slowly, slowly, something in this birth, then in the next birth, then in the next birth. So there is a step-by-step path to self-realization. Now, this is a stepless or a lift path. You enter the lift or elevator and you straightly reach the 12th floor. Why? Because we have an enlightened spiritual master who has realized himself, who is in that state of being constantly and has the power to make others realize themselves. So it is a path of divine grace, grace of our enlightened spiritual masters. So that is why it is called Akram, that with his grace, we will first realize who we really are. We get the experience, realization and experience. On paper, theoretically, everyone knows we are the soul. But what is soul? To experience that, you know, it's a matter of experience. Like everyone says sugar is sweet, but what is sweet? Now you cannot describe sweetness. You can only give an analogy. It is sweet like mango, it is sweet like sugar. But the moment I put a piece of sugar in the mouth, you know what sweetness is. In a similar manner, Dada Bhagwan says, the moment I give you this experience, then you will know what soul is. What is the true nature of soul in terms of bliss, in terms of separation from the body, you know. So this Akram path is really a path to realize our own selves with the help of an enlightened spiritual master. By divine grace, one will come to know who one is. The result is that once we realize who we are, then the doership goes away. Today, there is a doership that I am Krishna, I do this, I did that. And then what will happen is we will realize we are not the body, we are the pure soul. And when we realize that we are the pure soul, then obviously we are not the doer. So activities will continue. Those activities will be done by the body. But I am not doing that is the realization one will have. One will realize the activities are being done by this body, mind, speech, who is separate, who is like a neighbor to me, and I am the observer of this mind, body, speech. So we will come into that state of awareness. We will come into that state. I am the observer of the body. Body means mind, speech, body, and the entire thing. And will be at immense peace, because what is ego? Ego is the wrong belief that I am the body, that I am the name bearer, whatever my name may be, you know, that I am Sunil, I am Pulin, whatever. That belief is ego. And as long as there, it will say, I did this, he did that. The doership will be there. And if someone says anything nasty, then you will get hurt also. You will get hurt and you will get happiness also. So now, when you separate from the body, that you are anchored in your true self or the pure soul, what happens is, whatever happens to the body, you remain its observer. It is as if it is happening to a neighbor. So the effect will not be there so much. Otherwise, previously someone had said, you are a fool, and you heard, how you call me fool? Now he has called fool, but he has called fool to the body or the name. And you will be observing it. So the sufferings dramatically reduce. Dramatic, because you are a mute observer to the happenings to the mind-body speech. By Akram Vignan, first thing is we realize our own self. Then we cease to be the doer, because the activities is mind-body speech is charged karmas, which are now being discharged or playing out. The thoughts come, we don't think. Good and bad both come. Speech is played out. We have no control on the speech. Even actions or events take place. We have limited control over that. So we become an observer. We cease to be a doer. So we also cease to form new karmas. New karmas are formed when there is a doer of the karma. Supposing I give the donation or charity, then I have donated. That I feeling that ego is there, then you will form punya karma or a good karma. Or if I may happen to hurt someone, then I will form a part because I am the doer. But when that I goes in the true self, that no, I am the pure soul, then doership goes away. Doership of the activity goes away. And when the doership goes away, new karmas do not form. They cease to form. So the biggest advantage of this is the ego goes away, the wrong belief that I am the name bearer. When that goes away, what happens is we cease to form new karmas. Hence, over a period of time, whatever karmas that we have charged in the previous birth will get exhausted or played out in this birth. If some remain, then in the next birth or so. So in a few births, all the karmas will get exhausted and we will be liberated. Liberated from the cycles of birth and death. That is what moksha is about. To remain in a state of permanent bliss, to be free from the cycles of birth and death. So in Akram Vignan, by the help of a divine enlightened master, we realize ourselves, we cease to be the doer, the new karmas start forming, we are relatively unaffected by the happenings, good or bad, that happen to the body. So we are able to remain in a more equanimous or balanced state. Because anything good happens, we can see, oh, that is a result of good karma. Anything bad happens, that is a result of pap karma. So we're able to take things lightly and more equanimously, not get too involved. Or if something very good happens, we get elevated. Something very bad happens, we get depressed. That both extremes will reduce or diminish gradually. So we remain in a very equanimous state or a vitrag state. And our worldly, the biggest advantage of Akram Vignan is that we do not have to renounce the world. We do not have to renounce the worldly life. We remain in this worldly life as a householder, carry out our duties as a family member, carry out duties of earning money by salary or by job or business. Fulfilling all our worldly duties, we can remain separate from the body and be in a state of bliss. The advantage of that will be that our interaction with people will be more balanced and equanimous. Our tendency to hurt or retaliate with people, if someone has hurt us, we try to retaliate or revenge, that will diminish drastically. So people will feel good, oh, you have changed, what happened to you? No, nothing has happened. My understanding or my vision of my own self has changed. Earlier, my vision or belief was that I am the body. Now my belief and vision is that I am the soul. So our human interactions will be very smooth and on the path of moksha. Otherwise, in the step-by-step path, what one has to renounce the world, because one has to be free from worldly attachments. Only when one is free from worldly attachments will he be more focused on his own self. Here, we do not have to give up any of those. We do not have to give up. Dada Bhagwan himself was a householder. He did a contract business. He was in construction line. And still he was remaining in a state of enlightenment and could give that enlightenment to thousands of people, you see. So this is the another unique feature of Akram Vignan, where you do not give up household life, carry on your duties, and in fact your duties will be able to carry it out much better. So we attain the vision of the self, we start our inner bliss, we don't give up anything, and gradually progress towards liberation. This is in a nutshell what is Akram Vignan. And that 5 agnas that you said was, that is after the enlightenment procedure, what we call as Gnan Vidhi or Samarpan Vidhi. So it is about a 2-hour process by which, in which one gets the vision, or one gets the experience that he is separate from the body. And after that, how to lead the normal life now? With what understanding should I do the worldly life? Those are explained in those 5 agnas or 5 dictates. It is basically a way of now living life. Earlier, I lived a life that I am so and so, and he or she is my wife, my son, etc. Then the new vision will be, no, I am the pure soul and others are also pure soul. We get a new vision. But earlier the vision was that I am the doer, I did this and I did that, or he did this, and then the new vision will come. Nobody is an independent doer. Circumstances come together and event takes place. Then square up all accounts that you have brought with people, Don't get stuck anywhere in rag or dvesh, in abhorrence or in attachment. That will erupt, that the body, it will erupt from the body. The mind will have likes and dislikes, but do not get stuck in that. That would be one of the way of doing it. I mean, I'm just summarizing very briefly what those things are, basically, and then continue to remain in your pure soul, do something for yourself. So far, we have been doing for our worldly life, our materialistic life. Then the new vision will be also do something so that you enhance your soul awareness. The Jagrati, that awareness of that I am the pure soul, do something for the pure soul awareness, because this is, we get by divine grace. It is not earned by us. So we need to protect it for some time, nourish it for some time. It becomes very big. Okay. So I'm not elaborating, but just a brief glimpse that it's a new way of living life. Those are the 5 agnas. So this is what Akram Vignan is, what are the advantages, and what are the 5 dictates.
Can we say it's conscious living, distancing ourselves from our body and trying to observe the world and react to it?
Absolutely, absolutely. This is conscious living, true conscious living. You will get the true conscious.
Okay. Okay.
And living a very conscious life by remaining separate from the body.
Okay, what sadhanas we have to do for that?
No sadhanas. You have to do one thing, a deep and an intent desire that I want to attain, or I want to get this realization. If you pray to whichever God you pray, or if you believe a little bit in Dada Bhagwan, just say every day, at least once in a day, oh Dada Bhagwan, wonderful science, I want to get it. Your inner intent, a deep inner intent, will bring a situation by which you will get it. There is no, and at all, if at all you want to do, yes.
The video is getting frozen.
Sorry,
yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You are not
breaking.
Okay. So if at all, till you get...
Gopal Krishnan, you are muted. Please unmute.
I can't. Okay.
Okay.
No, his voice is getting broken and video is freezing. Maybe too much of bandwidth. I lost my video.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
So now, basically, if at all you want to do something, till you get this divine vision, there are 5 small prayers that the Bhagwan has suggested, which you may do so right now. We will see how it can be put across to you. Basically reciting 3 types of mantras, then paying obeisance. Number 2 is paying obeisance to all enlightened spiritual masters all over the cosmos or Brahman. And then the third is doing 9 kalmas or 9 diamonds, small desires of purifying the body. The fourth is, prayer to our pure soul, where if you have made any mistakes, we can apologize in front of him, confess in front of him, apologize and repent. And the fifth is chanting Dada Bhagwan Asim Jaikaro, or chanting the glory of the inner soul or Dada Bhagwan. So these are 5 prayers. The detailing, I just briefly summarized. Detailing, we'll see how it can come to you. So that will be very useful. You may, whatever spiritual practices, if at all you're doing now, whatever mantra or meditation or whatever you're doing, you may continue, but please add this to it. It'll take 15-20 minutes, and it will help you a lot. It will work as a preparatory ground, so that whenever you get this thing, it'll do very good results. But there's strong inner desire, and the 2 put together, you will come into a situation where you'll be able to get it. Okay. These are in Chennai, but you can just keep in touch.
Yeah, I say the Tri Mantra every day. I participate in the satsang in the morning at 6:30, and I don't say the Nav Kalamo. I don't know that. So the other ones, maybe if someone sends me, then I will be able to learn that and practice that.
No, sure. I'm sure. Deepak, please be in touch with Deepak Anandji. He will organize to send you this thing, and it will be a wonderful thing. And be in touch with him or anybody, so that if required, we can guide you further and answer your queries also. And the desire, whenever that thing is there, if you can come down to Gujarat or somewhere, then that will also be very useful for that brief, ceremony, if I may say so, Gnan Vidhi.
Okay.
The initiation process, the initiation to one's own inner self.
Okay.
The desire will generate situations where you will get it.
Yeah. Can you tell me more about Pratiti?
Pratiti means the changing of our belief system. When if I may give a very small example, supposing a man is a smoker, is a chain smoker, and he develops some lungs problem and all that, and someone tells him, if you give up smoking, it'll be very useful for your health. And then he will give him example. See, person so and so was doing this, he reduced his smoking, then his health improved. And he'll give many case studies of that type. By listening, first thing that will happen is his pratiti or his belief will change. He will feel, yes, I think there is an advantage in giving up smoking. This change of belief is the first step. Then he will give up smoking on and off. He may not do it on a constant basis, but for a few days that he has given up smoking, he will feel really good. Oh, that's very nice. I feel great, So that is called laksh, or this thing, sort of experience. And then ultimately he will give up totally. So then that is come into action, it is come into action. So anubhav, laksh, pratiti, laksh, and anubhav, or the ultimate experience. So pratiti is basically a change or transformation of our beliefs or our vision. So the first thing, the biggest thing that we get in this initiation ceremony or Gnan Vidhi is that our belief changes irrevocably. I mean, we are dead, by experience, you are 100% convinced, yes, I am the pure soul, and this is the nature of pure soul. Pratiti means to change the belief system. Okay.
Thank you. really appreciate.
It's wonderful. It's very nice, Mr. Krishnan. You see, before we go to the next question, one phenomena is there in this worldly life. Anyone who desires something, nature generally fulfills that. It could be worldly matters, it could be spiritual matters. If you are strong and intent on something, nature will fulfill that. Nature will fulfill that. So please continue.
Yeah, I'm experiencing it already.
Very nice, very nice.
In fact,
see,
I
just Chennai, where this Akram Vignan, where you got the book and see. So this is
to tell you the story, I told Deepak Anandji, I'm a part of a naturopathy group where Kashyap is also there. So in his introductory message, he had just added 2 words, thanks to Dada Bhagwan at the bottom. So I said, what is this? He is saying, thanks to Dada Bhagwan. I immediately, like Google search Dada Bhagwan and then got to know more details. So I went further into it. Then I called him up and spoke to him. And then he was good enough to share the details with me. He sent the PDF of the books. I took printout of the books and started reading them from end to end. So completely they took notes. They realized what it is and appreciated whatever is told there. And then I got in touch with Deepak Anandji and then got more clarification. And that's how I am into this now. Very, very nice. Now you see, this is not your quest of this birth. You have been into it since many times. And in this birth also, you must be in this quest, spiritual quest, since many years. So nature has guided you and brought to you towards the real source where you will fulfill your desire of experiencing of yourself. This is how nature I'm looking for that. In fact, that has been my search for all the time. So I hope that I'm in the right place to understand better. Very nice to meet you. And I hope you all the best. That we all progress and we progress in the mark of moksha. Thank you. Jai Sachidananda.
Jai Sachidananda. Thank you, Gopalakrishnan. And also, one thing that our Sangha has started, that Aptaputras are giving the Samarpana Vidhi from time to time. So, we will let you know where and what.
Sure. Today, Kashyap messaged me saying that the program is there at 6:30. I said, okay, let me join in. And then do that. So if you could also keep me posted, I would appreciate it.
No, for Samarpana Vidhi, the one that Gnan is one that our Aptaputra has just started. So right now, because of COVID, there's no schedule yet. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Umesh Bhai?
Swamiji, pranam.